Hi, Wendy Schultz here, founder and CEO of the Simple Life Hospitality, aka Simple Life Rentals. I wanted to give you a mid-season market update. There's been a lot of stuff going on out there, and so I wanted to just show you some numbers and give you a bit of an update of what's going on in our market. So, a lot of people out there have been noticing that some of the revenue is down from prior years. And that is a lot attributed to the fact that there was a big surge during COVID as people were looking to travel but not fly necessarily. They weren't going on their cruise ships. They weren't going to Europe. A lot of the borders were closed. Canada was closed. So there was a lot of people that were putting off those big vacations in lieu of drivable distances, which then helped boost vacation rentals, which was a fantastic thing. Also, people got wind that vacation rentals were doing really well, and so they started investing in them, and some of you maybe invested in them as well. And so there's a lot more supply, and the demand is kind of kind of back down a bit. So a few things, and people are saying that that's getting back to their pre-COVID levels. We are seeing that we are ahead of pre-COVID levels for the properties that we've had since then, but we are still starting to see some of the demand in the occupancy come down. So I'll show you some data that we look at. But what does that mean for you? That means that you may not have the same nightly rate you've had in the past. You may have projections that may not are going to be met based on numbers that were in COVID days, and that demand is starting to drop off. And you may also have had less occupancy in this year's than in maybe the last couple of years. So, it's out there, just putting that out there, and it's not a Wisconsin problem. It's not a Door County problem. It's not a Waupaca problem. It's not any Townsend problem. This is a nationwide problem. So, just wanting to show you what we have and how we tackle that. So we work with a revenue consulting firm, and so they pull data for us so that we can see how are we doing compared to the market, how are we doing compared to last year. And one thing I did over the last couple of days is I pulled the market data that they had given to us this past week when we met, and also went back to the data they pulled for us last year at the exact same time. So I want to share that with you. Let me see if I can do that. Okay. So first of all, this is occupancy, and let me explain this a little bit. So I am looking at, this is specific to Door County. Door County is where we got our start. That's where we have the most data and means the most relevancy, because we have, a lot more data that we can work with because we've been collecting it for longer. So this shows the different weeks of the year here on the left, and then it shows the different bedroom configurations. So 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4+. So as you can see here, when I compared the 2023 to the 2022, we are down, or the occupancy, not we are, occupancy in general for Door County is down by this % in each of these different weeks. And actually, we're pacing ahead in October and November, and some of them as well, or I'm sorry, not we are, but the market is. So this just goes to show you that this is not a Simple Life problem. This is not, just your particular property's problem. This is an issue that's going on all over the county and all over the state. I'll also show you another thing here is, let's see if I can pull this up. This is actually, that's not what I want. Hopefully you can, just make sure you can see that. So this is a graph that's floating around in a lot of the vacation rental groups I belong to. So I do belong to a number of vacation rental groups on Facebook and networking, and I'm learning from them, seeing what's going on, trying to improve all the time. And this is one that came out that's been alarming a lot of people. It's called From All the Rooms, and it's just showing in different markets how the occupancy has been down. Now, this is in May. For us, May was also down a lot more than in previous years, but July has been a little bit up. May has been, or June was a little bit down, but just wanted to show you this. Then another guy came out and says Airdine, which, I don't put a ton of stock into them because I tend to find that they usually project higher than what we've been able to show our particular properties do. So I can put in a property, have them do a free rentalizer saying how much this property is going to make, take the actual data we have that we've been managing it, and show them, and show the property and what it actually makes. And Airdine tends to overestimate it. But that aside, Airdine comes out and says, it is down, but not nearly as much as all the rooms is saying. I believe it's probably somewhere in the middle. And as you can see from the data we have for Darke County, and that's similar in other parts of the state, that's also, something that is pretty, we're seeing this in not just in this area. Also, we have going on is the number of ordinances that are reducing the occupancy. So maybe in the past you had 10 people because you had a sleeper sofa, and now they've pared it down to only 8 people or 6 people, whatever. So that is impacting. And also you may have to have a 7-night min or 6-night minimum stay, whereas in the past you've been able to do 2 nights. All these factors are, factoring in recession, all those things. One last thing I want to share with you also is to show you this, maybe, let's see here. Hopefully this shows, you can see this. Yep. Okay. So this is the pricing tool we use. We use it. It helps to automate things. However, we monitor it. It's not automated. We're always adjusting things, moving things up and down, monitoring it, trying to entice bookings. So what I want to share with you here is that these color codings, so the light green is low demand, the little medium green is normal demand, and then the light blue is like higher demand, and then the darker blue is high demand. This is July. This is unusual. Usually that, we wouldn't be seeing a whole bunch of light green or even the darker green. We would see higher demand in July. So just again, another tool that we use to say, hey, are we far off, or is it the market? What do we need to do? So what we're doing is we are, again, working with revenue management company. We're trying new things. We're trying to nest fees, bundle fees in to see if maybe if the fees were bundled in, people would do that. Or, they're more enticed to book. We're doing a lot of social media, adding new groups, doing more marketing things. This time, I can understand that there are other companies coming out maybe, and they're doing this. They're coming at you and saying, hey, I can reduce your rate. The old adage, you get what you pay for, is very much in play here, and it can cost you dearly. So when you have these other people coming in and saying, hey, I can save you money, they're actually costing you money. And the reason I know this is because we have done case studies with our property owners who transferred over from other property management companies who aren't doing the revenue management, who are automating pricing, which you cannot just automate it. It has to be monitored. It has to be adjusted. It's not that simple. And so I just want to, have you resist the temptation to think you're going to save a bunch of money by going somewhere else. It's very enticing, understood, but this is now the exact time that you want to have property management company that is doing all these things and adjusting to what's happening out there in the market and studying what's happening out in the market, so that we can be staying ahead of the ball game and working to make sure that we are getting as much revenue as available out there for us. So again, we're happy to have conversations with you, but wanted to send this over to you and just give you a quick update, tell you what we're in the process of doing, and just again say how much we appreciate your business And we're looking forward to a profitable second half of the season. Have a great day. Take care. Thank you.